Have you ever heard of a writer standing up in public and declaring their work deserves to be burnt? Not because they believed it, but because saying anything else might destroy them. This is what happened to Chinese writer Guo Moruo during China's Cultural Revolution. From 1966 to 1967, China went through the Cultural Revolution, a decade-long political campaign that pushed ideology into every corner of life. Books were attacked, traditions were condemned, and public loyalty became a matter of survival. Intellectuals, artists, and teachers were especially vulnerable. What mattered wasn't what you believed privately, but what you were willing to say out loud. Part 1. A famous intellectual under pressure. Guo Moruo was not a marginal figure. He was one of the most famous intellectuals in modern China, a poet, historian, and public cultural icon. But in April 1966, as political tension rose and danger became unmistakable, Guo did something shocking. In a public meeting, he denounced his own work. He said it had no value and that it should be burnt. Soon after, the statement was published nationwide. To many observers, inside and outside China, it looked like enthusiastic support for cultural destruction. To others, it looked like fear. Part 2. When self-denunciation becomes survival. This wasn't a normal confession. It wasn't forced at gunpoint. It wasn't shouted in a courtroom. It was performed publicly, voluntarily, before the system demanded it. And that made it disturbing. Because when someone destroys their own legacy in advance, the line between survival and betrayal becomes unclear. Was this agreement with an increasingly totalitarian party? Or was it a calculated attempt to stay alive? Part 3. Victim and collaborator. As the Cultural Revolution unfolded, Guo Moruo was not spared. He was criticized, humiliated, publicly targeted by powerful figures. 2 of his sons took their own lives. And yet, during this same period, Guo wrote poems praising the movement that was tearing everything apart, including verses celebrating political leaders who were openly attacking him. This is where judgment becomes uncomfortable. How do we evaluate someone who suffers deeply but also publicly applauds the system causing that suffering? Part 4. What extreme pressure does to the truth. Under total political pressure, truth doesn't disappear all at once. It bends. Guo's academic position shifted. His literary judgments changed. Ideas once defended were quietly abandoned. Not because new evidence appeared, but because survival required alignment. This wasn't unique to him. Throughout history, intellectuals under authoritarian systems have faced the same dilemma. Say what you believe and disappear, or say what's required and remain. Part 5. Why this makes people angry. Many critics later accused Guo Moruo of lacking integrity, of becoming a court intellectual, of betraying the role of a thinker. But it's easy to be an angel in paradise. Passing judgment on him costs us nothing from the safety of our armchairs. The harder question is this: when survival demands public loyalty, how much compromise turns into betrayal? And who gets to decide? Those who endured it, or those who never faced the choice? Guo Moruo lived. Many others did not. He survived by bending, by praising what he privately feared, by condemning what he once believed. History remembers him as a tragic figure, not because he was a villain or a victim, but because he forces us to ask a question we'd rather avoid. If survival requires betrayal, what would you do?